Hello, everybody, and welcome to Nathan on Shuffle and to my latest episode of New Music Weekly, the show where I give you guys the biggest prog news headlines for the week, introduce you guys to some new prog singles, and give you updates on the channel and what's happening here on Nathan on Shuffle. And kind of a quick update today. There's not much items that I'm aware of. There's one pretty major one that I'm pretty excited about, but beyond that, just kind of a smattering of different singles that I'm excited about and little smaller news. So this will be a quick little show, but I still wanted to come on and hopefully you guys appreciate the episode today. So really the main piece of news that I wanted to come on and talk about is that STYX have announced their highly anticipated 18th studio album called Circling from Above. This is, of course, a classic band way back from the 70s onwards, basically have a little bit of prog in them, but are more well known for being like AOR, classic rock, almost 80s stadium rock at times. So there's a lot of great history to this band, some classic tracks that were big mega hits back in the day, but they've kind of had a little bit of a resurgence within the prog community, at least from my perspective, with their previous two records, The Mission and Crash of the Crown, which both had a lot of prog elements in them, which was really exciting and just really impressed me. Crash of the Crown in particular was one of my favorite albums of that year, so I've been excited to see what the follow-up was going to be, and it looks like we have it coming out shortly. The album's going to be available on streaming and digital outlets on July 18th. But they're taking pre-orders now, not really pre-orders, but orders for the CD and vinyl versions of the album, which they're shipping out immediately. And they have available on their tour, I believe. They're doing some shows over the course of this summer where they're going to have physical copies of the album available. So basically an immediate release. Of course, if you're digital only, you may have to wait till July to get the album. I've ordered my copy. It's already shipping to me. We'll probably get it mid next week, so I'm hoping to do a review of this album in the not too distant future, because like I said, I really love their recent projects, and it seems like it's going to be a fun album. There's 13 tracks here. It says the album navigates the complexities of the human experience through the intersecting lenses of technology and nature. The album features contributions from all 7 members of the band, including founding guitarist, vocalist James Young, affectionately known as the Godfather of STYX, guitarist, vocalist Tommy Shaw, original bassist Chuck Panozzo, longtime drummer Todd Sucherman, keyboardist, vocalist Lawrence Gowan, and guitarist, vocalist Will Ekenkovich, and bassist Terry Gowan. So a big lineup. Should be a really great release. They have a lead single out called Build and Destroy. It's going to be on my prog singles list. You can find the link to the YouTube playlist in the description below if you want to check out that single. Really incredible stuff, and it sounds really awesome, so I'm really excited. It's a 41-minute ride, and what they seem to do recently is have like really shorter tracks and tracks that kind of lead one to the next in these like small compact pieces of music that all work as kind of this conceptual whole. So it's going to have the same similar structure as The Mission and Crash of the Crown have had as well. The Mission came out in 2017, Crash of the Crown in 2021, so it makes sense that 4 years after that they're coming out with this record. So really exciting if you're a big STYX fan. I know they're not really prog proper, maybe more in the AOR classic rock space, but I think they have enough prog elements, especially on their recent records, to be worthy of talking about on a prog channel. So item number 2, really quickly, I see Moon Safari, one of my favorite bands of all time. They're a Swedish band, very much just beautiful vocal harmonies and wonderful symphonic prog. They're going to be doing an upcoming 20th anniversary tour, which I'm pretty excited about. They've announced their first date of this 20th anniversary tour, which is going to be a London show at the Dome on November 23rd. So that's really cool. It'll be interesting to see what other dates they announce in the near future as part of this 20th anniversary tour. I'm guessing it'll probably mostly be overseas in Europe, but who knows? Maybe they'll dabble over in the U.S., but it seems like mostly when they play in the U.S., it's as part of Cruise to the Edge, which luckily I got to be able to see in this this last Cruise to the Edge experience. So that was a great way to be able to see them from my perspective. But I'm excited to see what they do in this 20th anniversary tour. And they've been re-released. They've been putting their albums out on vinyl. They put out Himmelbach Volume 1 on vinyl recently. I'm kind of hoping they continue that series and put Lover's End on vinyl as well in the near future. And it'll be interesting to see if they work on any new material and have new album to come out in the future. But maybe their focus will be on this 20th anniversary tour first, I would imagine, before they start really dialing in on any new material. But we'll see how it goes. Another item on my list here, Nad Sylvan launches the title track from his new album, Monumentata. Nad Sylvan is the vocalist who plays with Steve Hackett and his live band. And he has a good solo career of his own right. He also played with Royna Stolt in Agents of Mercy, which is one of my favorite Royna Stolt projects. He's been releasing a few different tracks from this upcoming album. This one is the title track and a really great track. I really love this album. I've been listening to an advanced release, and I think it's a really beautiful album. Has a bit of a poppier mentality, but I think there's still enough meaty kind of progginess abundance as well. So it's a good mixture of different things. The album releases June 20th via Inside Out Music. And Nad Sylvan handles vocals, keyboards, and most of the guitar parts, but the album also features a host of notable guest appearances like Randy McStein, David Kohler, Neil Whitford, drummers Marco Meneman, Mirko de Mao, and Felix Lerman, and Jonas Reingold, Nick Beggs, and Tony Levin on bass. So quite an all-star lineup, available to pre-order on LP, digital album, CD, digipack, all of the formats, and well worth your time. So that title track, Monumentata, will be in my Prog singles list, as I mentioned in that YouTube playlist that I'm linking in the description. So aside, in addition to those STYX and Nad Sylvan tracks, I also have Ihlo and their track Empire. This is a band, they're coming out with their second album called Legacy, August 29th. Really cool band. Their previous album was 2019's Union. This new one's coming out on K-Scope. In that prog metal space, very modern prog metal approach. And they just have a really great, incredible, kind of lush sound to them that I really am enjoying. So I think this will be a great album to check out. Excited about it. And the single is really excellent. Young Scottish prog metal band. Excellent sound to them, and definitely recommend checking out their single. The band The Stranger has a new track called Salt and Flesh. This is a prog metal band from Australia. Their previous album was called Kaleidoscope from 2021, a really excellent eclectic progressive metal album. So it's exciting to hear new material from them. Probably means that they're going to be announcing a new album soon, I would hope. And this is one of the early singles from it, but no full album announcement as of yet. And then I thought a really cool track also, Agropelter, and the track is called The Book of Hours Part 2. This is a new group that was signed on Laser's Edge. The new album is The Book of Hours, going to be released on July 25th. It's available for pre-order on Laser CD, their website, where you can order all kinds of great progressive rock and fusion and, power metal and prog metal stuff. And this is an artist from Norway, the creative outlet of Kay Olsen. The music lends much inspiration from classic prog groups like Genesis, Camel, King Crimson, and Ihlo, as well as kind of classical composers like Rachmaninoff, Beethoven, and Bach, and Vangelis, and a whole host of different influences on this track and on this record. You can hear lots of Mellotron, Hammond organs, Mini Moog, Taurus bass pedals, all of the classic prog instrumentation. This Book of Hours Part 2 track is just a really great instrumental exploration, almost psychedelic in parts, but really well done, harkening back to all the great classic prog. Definitely well worth checking out. I think my audience in particular will really enjoy this style prog. We've got some really cool contributions on the record from Jonas Reingold once again on fretless bass, Matthias Olsen on percussion, Andreas Schoen on drums, along with lots of classical musicians on various strings and woodwinds, and mixed and mastered by the great Jacob Holm Lupo. So should be a great release to look forward to as well. That'll be on my schedule, I'm sure, to review at some point. As for the channel itself and what's been going on here, I did a review of the new album by Joviak, a really great band that I just recently discovered. The album's called Autofiction Part 1 Shards. Fantastic release if you like a bit of prog metal, but also infused with a bit of kind of an AOR arena rock kind of feel. Like, imagine if Dream Theater crossed with like Journey and Toto and those types of bands. A little bit of a cool Haken-esque eclectic nature to the music as well. I've been really enjoying it. Very melodic, great vocals, and a great variety of different things, from poppier sounds to more progressive stuff. It's all there, and it's a really fun record. I also did a weekly shuffle with Jana for Gentle Giant's Freehand, one of my favorite prog songs of all time. I'm a huge Gentle Giant fan, and I thought that was a real blast to be able to listen to that with my wife, her first time listening to that track. This week, I hope to put out a review of the new Haken live album, Live Forms, An Evening with Haken. It's been out a little while, but I've just recently been able to experience the full show, the Blu-ray especially, and so I want to talk about it, just kind of give my impressions of my experience watching it and enjoying the release. And I'm hoping in the near future to cover a lot of cool prog albums. Akrust is on my schedule to review soon, a great new young prog metal act. This is their second record and really excellent. And there's albums to review by Moonletters that I'm hoping to get to in the future. Nad Sylvan's release, as I mentioned, I plan to review that as well. And just a couple others that will be coming up in the near future. So a lot of cool stuff. I have a big project I'm planning. I'm kind of pushing it. Sometime in the summer, I'll be debuting this big best prog albums of all time, multi-part show that I'm really excited about, but I don't want to get ahead of myself too much because it's probably about a month away from coming out. But that's going to be a really fun project. I'm looking forward to doing a second quarter roundup at the end of this month, at the end of June. Actually, it's not quite June yet, but will be soon. Incredible releases this quarter that I'm really excited to delve into. I have quite a list of great albums that I haven't even talked about on the channel that have come out in the last several weeks. So exciting stuff ahead. If you're a big fan of progressive rock and new music, this is the place to be. Subscribe if you haven't yet. This is a wonderful opportunity to be able to come every week and to get new prog news and to see what albums are coming out. I'm trying to showcase the best and brightest in modern progressive rock. And I think there's a lot to showcase, a lot of fun things to uncover, and I'm here to show you all the cool hidden gems that you may not have been aware of, and just to give my thoughts on all the things if you have been aware of all this stuff like I am. So thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you appreciate this episode, and I'll hopefully catch you in a future episode. Bye everybody, enjoy the music.